Oh, we did the church last time, I believe.
Yes, we were in the middle of the computer. Hello, everyone!
Good news, everyone!
It's back to RPN after a week break that we didn't tell anyone about.
Because things kind of happened.
Because unexpected visitors, and then Ryan had already recorded something by the time we got round to recording, so we thought, let's just do it again. So, where we last left, we were here in a church. We spent pretty much 3/4 of the last episode inside a church.
Yep. Well, we did pray at one point.
We did.
We found a lot out about the religious side of the game. Like what the the police were based on the religion a little bit and stuff like that. There's lots that we found out about. We found a lot about Kim actually.
We did.
Um,
We learned a lot about Dolores Day.
that and a lot about the law in general.
Yeah. So, I think today we promise ourselves. I think we were about to look. No, we did everything with the computer that we could at the time, didn't we?
Because we don't have the word.
Yes, we don't have the password or whatever it was. So we leave that there. Or did we? Hold on, let's press play. I'll just skip where we are. Yeah, we definitely don't have the password, so
because we were meant to be looking into the machine or something.
yeah, we kind of did that, didn't we? I mean, we looked inside, we knew the log, and that was about it.
Yeah, basically we don't know enough about. We know it's a woman, and the guy in the rafters doesn't really care about her.
Because he cares about the silence.
Yeah, but the silence is the goddess thing. He doesn't really care about the ravers.
No, he's happy to let them have the church, to be honest.
Yeah, he's pro raver. We don't know what the other ones, the scientisty one.
Yeah, that's the thing we sort of yeah. So based on that,
let's get out the frickin' church.
Let's get out the frickin' church and let's start working.
Well, we still
back.
we need to work towards Rovershell and get the body sorted out.
Yeah, so we need to do that. We need to give Garte a stuffed bird.
And at some minor point, go frickin' bats it, fat prick. Sorry, Everett.
Yeah, Everett.
Sorry. Bit insensitive of me there, isn't it?
Fat prick. Yeah.
Tad insensitive.
So, back to the Ravers.
And see if it's hard boiled, parkour.
Hard boiled.
I don't know. I have been awake for like plus 26 hours now.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
This is Shad. Yeah. So, hi again. How are things going? He looks excited. The tips of his hair are sharp and white. Blah 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 blah. About the church, I checked out, and he tenses up. What happened?
Well, I talked to the Shadow Clan being, climbs the beams. A man lives in the ceiling.
The bow.
Yeah,
oh man, the crab man, you mean? Who is he? What did you think?
He seems to be alright. Honest, spiritual.
Really? Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Preaching and praying from the looks of it.
Yeah. No matter, the paranoid young man mumbles gruffly. Is it going to be a problem? Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we going to do about him? These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
I'm going to say 3.
I was about to say 4.
4.
Actually told me you wouldn't mind the nightclub at all. I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? He rubs his jaw. A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have a nice, friendly hyper time? Don't worry, I don't think he really gives a damn about you or anyone else. I guess it's not a massive problem now that I think of it. Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light. Yeah!
Egghead.
Yeah,
Woo!
hardcore. Egghead, really.
Hardcore.
Maybe I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker, the one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her? I didn't see the other spooker, just some machines. But she's in there somewhere. Has to be. Have you tried investigating the machines? He tilts his head, one hand touching the spikes in his hair. Anyway, do let us know if you see her. Bye. Right.
You had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid.
Yes, Noid.
Noid.
That's fine, man, but I've got to warn you, our signs are still off. It will take some time for me to
He
get
really
inside.
reminds me of Rick.
He does. Tell me about the machines you saw in the church. He cringes. Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. There we go, getting the voice for that.
Oh, Noid definitely reminds me of freaking Rick.
Why is going into the water? Gives off a spy sign or some fucked up Samaritan science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural. Now I'm starting to actually sound like the guy from Park Life. The song.
Oh, get up in the morning,
Yeah,
put trousers
and then
on,
I go and enjoy myself for the rest of the day. Sweeten the mind.
port life.
Yeah. Oi, fatty. You've been too much of that pork life, mate. Get some exercise.
Cockney.
Phil Daniels, I think his name is. Phil.
Proper Cockney.
Yeah. At the end of the day, why? Yeah. So
Put my
anyway,
shoes on, and at the end of the day, feed the ducks and feel like I'm. Think about leaving the house.
I wake up late every morning, apart from Thursdays when I get annoyed by the dasman. So,
Okay.
what's wrong with the supernatural?
What's wrong with this?
Nothing's wrong with it. It should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it, though. The sickest? That is perhaps why it should be researched. The supernatural. So you think it's real? That it actually exists? Most of it doesn't exist, but there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs.
You got
Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff. Okay, why are you called Noid? He picks up some sort of widget. The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment. It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment. But I thought we'd be okay now, sign-wise? I'm doing what I can. He continues to rearrange his tools. It's not easy for him. It probably took him years to get used to Andre.
So stuck on the padlock. Tell me anything about it.
A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me? Interesting. He wants you to describe it, though he already knows what it looks like.
Show him
Okay.
sticking from the ledger.
Okay. Seems like my creation has found its way into the legal bureaucracy. What did you want to ask about it? What makes the sticker so modern? Simplicity was brought to us by classical Solaris modernism, but that was a tasteful, harmonious simplicity, right? Well, hardcore is not tasteful or outwardly harmonious. It's a warning shot. This'll be dangerous. The echo of man's loss haunting him. The sticker, the clothes, the music, same thing. Seems awesome, nod in agreeance. Seems hardcore.
Hardcore.
It is. Or what is it supposed to be? A dead guy smiling? And what does it mean? Why is the dead guy smiling? He defeated history. We're living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we're already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths. The present moment and life of the hardcore expels death. He thinks. Or maybe he's not dead, maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats. Or drugged out of his mind, come to think of it.
But why so serious? Sorry.
Better
Moving on.
not mention it.
Yep.
He blinks, waiting for the next question.
I think we're exhausted for now.
I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing, but what for? What about now? Are all the signs alright now? Nah. Huh. Still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment. What?
Just cut it off.
Higgs
Oh, I think I'll come back later.
Yeah.
That's
You
how we're
heard
gonna
me.
get out of Rick. Well, Noid.
Fantasy heavyweight jam.
The young man with the tape player and the large boyed aero boots, lung-shaped tree spouting his silver.
Hardcore. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All core. All right. Yeah. Hardcore. Ah. The question is, what is the question?
That's going on scooter on us.
That would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't.
But there was a question.
Oh, wait, I think we might have this. So nothing,
Hardcore.
nothing, 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 nothing. No, seriously.
But there was no question.
Damn it. Hold on, this is a simple puzzle. We'll eventually get this.
Hardcore. Yeah.
This young man had a capital G before the H in his yeahs and ahs. This produces a guttural Godwaldian accent and makes him sound more animal, more in it. Or maybe it's not Godwaldian, maybe it's Oriente. Probably for homage to Oriente, where Arno van Eyck is from, judging by his name. Could you be listening to an Arno van Eyck creation right now?
Yeah.
The Y to the E to the A 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 to the G to the H to the hyphen mark.
Sure!
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just
He's basically Groot.
he missed one A. You missed an A there. I yelled mine with 6 A's, so you have to yell it with 6 too.
I'm the hard rhymer, the track attacker, the mic enforcer, the sixth checker. I am the law.
Okay, so we're gonna solve this damn puzzle.
True, hard, full, hardcore.
Yeah.
You know about him?
His eyes. He moves his mouth, but sound doesn't come out. His eyes are the size of saucers. It looks like you've rendered him speechless.
You know Van Eyck?
Yeah, I'm a major Eichhead.
Wow.
The skinny Wraith looks at you with some disbelief.
So am I. So am I.
He begins to shake his head so everyone would understand.
Oh, is that why they call you Egghead? Because Egghead to the mega, the K became the G, the Y became the man.
Damn, I thought we were close.
The Advent?
Advent?
We're close. True, hard, full, hardcore. Hardcore to the. Here comes the night.
Right, so...
Close. True, hard.
Ah!
Hardcore. Skibber-dee, skibber-danger. I am the.
Shut up.
We're close.
We will get there.
Hard, hardcore.
We will get there.
Hardcore to the mega,
No.
internally coherent.
This one.
Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yako Qatar, the place to be. Yako Qatar, the hardcore.
Yakokata D, yeah?
Whatever.
Yakokata is an abbreviation from the Gradian term Zone of Ecological Catastrophe, an agricultural megaproject in the extreme south of the Gradian Isla. It involved cutting-edge approaches to irrigation and a completely new type of fertilizer. An intricate system of irrigation networks pockmarking the earth, intermittent seas of phosphorus mud, ripped tarpaulin fluttering in the wind. A pair of molten rubber boots also comes to mind. All in all, a truly hardcore place. None of these are solving the puzzle. Right, so nothing. This one.
Gotta get the people going.
I see.
Yeah, request. I want everybody.
This is not solving the egghead puzzle.
Hardcore, internally coherent, all core, all right.
No.
The question
Oh,
is,
fuck.
what is
You know what, egghead? See you later.
Came out in the cold.
Yeah, just leave him. Okay,
You're not
Let's-
hardcore enough.
apparently not. To be honest, I probably wasted a few in-game minutes by doing that. So we should let's get ourselves back to the whirling,
Yeah.
where we can tell Garte to shove his room.
His ass. Phone the thing and go, "Oi, we got a dead body. Get over here,
Yeah.
you tosspot."
And what else have we got over there?
Tell
It's just
Everett to
those
shove his
two,
head up
really,
his
isn't it?
ass. Tell
Oh,
Everett to
Everett, yeah.
go tell Everett
Oh,
to
yeah,
put
we've got
his
the
head up
fake
his ass.
signatures now, haven't we?
No, we didn't fake the signatures.
Oh, no, we actually got the signatures, didn't we?
From the old woman and the naive girl.
Yeah. So it was all the way over here.
We need to go hardcore across the bridge.
Yep. Oh, look, it's our car.
We might be able to get something else out of Joyce, maybe. We have our ID now,
Oh, yes, we do have our ID badge.
so we may be able to have a bit more of a finger with Joy.
Indeed.
It's just the possibilities. I'm going through the possibilities because we've kind of done a lot, but not a lot at the same time.
Joyce is the closest.
She's not hardcore.
Well, she's hardcore enough.
You know you want to. You want to go see Kudo, don't you?
Absolutely fucking not. There's nothing I
no.
want to do less than see Kuno.
What about Kuniyeti then?
No. Hey, Joyce.
Oh, Joyce.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
She pats her wet raincoat. All around you, rain keeps falling down, on the wooden board she's standing on, and on the water you. I could use a coat like that. Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels water, almost magically. The company makes them for offshore platform personnel. Very sturdy. She gives the material another
So
pat.
your badge. I found my badge.
What I can do for you is answer some questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day. Badge! By love, you did. She inspects the piece of blue plastic, her eyes scanning from left to right. She hands it back to you. Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Yeffretor Dubois. I'm glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious. The seaweed drips from the badge in your hand. It smells of fish. What can I help you with, Lieutenant? Well, I just wanted to show you my badge. Bye! I'm a cop!
I'm a cop, really.
Yeah.
Look, I got a badge and everything.
Yeah, I still got this plastic bag.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh,
you
we
like,
could take in the tart. Tar.
what's your tartar?
Ooh, well, we're also here. We now have Kim with us, and we've got a lot more perception.
How do we do that?
We could go and have a look at the haunted room.
Still have to bash the door down, didn't you?
Yeah, well, it's how things go.
Because eyes Hulk and high can break door down.
Yes. Oh, we're also here.
Sleeve. With the pain and the bleeding. And the hook and the high.
Well, let's
That was an
think.
awful Frank.
We stole some shit from her.
Stole some shit from everyone.
We didn't steal shit from everyone. I specifically stole from her.
Oh yeah, we did.
We stole the book.
I kind of want to get the kids something out of this adventure.
Oop.
She was
Perception.
nice.
Smells like leather and sweat.
Okay, perception.
Looks like the remains of the 24-hour window repair shop. Oh, Kim!
It's dark.
The lieutenant states the obvious.
Okay.
And the flashlight works a lot better if you hold it in your hand. Fair point. Yes, totally obvious.
Okay.
You kidding me?
Need the flashlight.
Eek. Did all we need. the flashlight.
Yep.
Mother...
Well,
we're here now.
Sorry.
A large demijohn full of strange liquid. Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted.
Okay.
Airship rotors covered in spiderwebs that remind you of blades.
Let's go, Beyblade.
3
Royale.
real. A naked mannequin torso, a strange yellow colour. Blue velvet, soft to the touch, moth-bitten. Is this Emma's atelier?
Oh, na na, Moriel for us.
We're getting like 10 cents every time we click a green orb. Skis with slipstream printed on the laminate top layer.
Alright.
Steel rotor blades bearing a slipstream logo. Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here.
I don't get it.
Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same slipstream logo. It seems likely they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other. Yeah, but the question is, which did they start with and which did they pivot to? That's a good question. What a strange leap of imagination, and yet they still failed. How sad.
Oh.
Reality is ruthless.
They're not hardcore enough.
Production schedule filament memory.
Yeah, I don't think use. Potentially
The
useful.
cube-like crisscross of filaments feels oddly fragile in your hand, its intricate structure covered in dust. The silver tape on the side reads production schedule. Note, this filament contains information that can be read using a radio computer.
We've got one of those.
We do!
In
Once
the
we're done here at the whirling, we'll head back over.
Oh, we can always call the body in when we're there too.
Well, no, we can't call on the body at the radio computer.
No, I meant going towards the whirling.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, yeah. Your flashlight slides over a green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural.
Kind of got alphas.
Yeah, some of the writing is faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Inspect it.
We've
the
inspected
mine
the
board.
drawings. These life pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic, translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all these creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? You should adopt one of those welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a welkin.
You thought about it.
One of the welkins, towering above the rest, appears to be different, however. Well, we examine this welkin. It's Vahamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged. The Heldor, the Dwarg, the humans, and even the Headless Men, all of them purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin, green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin to rule them all.
This is the rolls.
The lieutenant can't help but comment, an inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures. You go through these options while I drink.
I'll let you choose.
Oh, thanks.
Because
One of them is a welkin supremacist. Political commentary? That one has a great beard, too. The lieutenant nods at the welkin's facial hair. Why would anyone spend so much time on this? Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game.
D&D much.
Disco Elysium much.
Dark Elves much.
Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions. It looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real. Well, this has been educational. Let's move on from the welkins. Just look at those details. So much effort. Alright, Kim. Yeah. The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night.
Hmm.
You see permafrost in the glacial landforms, dead trees groaning under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore.
Game of Thrones.
There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds abandoned in a storm, animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones.
Ooh.
You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers by boreal dwarg yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. Fuck off electrochemistry. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Okay.
I'll inspect the schedule. This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal.
It's a D&D thingy board.
Minimi stands for mini meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called Run. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but it failed. What happened? What happened? As time goes on, the numbers on the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region. The lieutenant looks at the frigid ice field of nothingness and concludes, "Looks like they didn't make it."
Oh dear.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the production schedule filament for details."
We
And
have
finally, let's inspect the notes. Yes, we have. The handwriting is only partially legible, but you can still make out 3 tokens. Call in, tune out, Wirral untethered, and heat death of the universe. The full text reads, "Heat death of the universe is the new black." Another note says, "The biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s. Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom, snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise."
It's probably giving
Okay.
us some clues to the radio person.
Okay, now we've got a map. This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Kedron mosaic tiles. Very pedantic. Hold on, how do I know what Kedron mosaic tiles are supposed to look like?
Yep.
History class. Students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles look beautiful in the sun.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes too, sparse and cryptic.
Yeah, this is definitely to do with the church.
I think this might be more to do with the lorry driver.
Possibly.
So radio frequencies for what? Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced. So we're dealing with something medical here? You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master frequency. A note says this one can listen in on any station it wants? Looks like a surveillance program. They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap. Wait, who's the Game Master? Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency. Well,
Who's playing?
yeah. Whoever decides to call into a call-in station, it looks like. A list of names under the station suggests people across 6 isles were playing. Mundi, Inchland, Katla, Grad, Samara, and even Illamara. All of this gone, left unrealized. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off. My god. The lieutenant leans closer, his finger tracking the maddening rhizome. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. The cost of airwidth alone must have been huge. Exactly. He nods at the calendar on the chalkboard, wiping his marker-stained fingers clean against his jacket. The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding. What else? Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Well, keep explored.
Yeah. Scribbled across a notebook, developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe. Oh well, look at that, we've just walked past a radio computer.
Indeed.
A dusty radio computer sleeps on its wide frame, forgotten and unused. Its keyboard has a rectangular on-off button, a piece of paper still hangs from the printer. Another radio computer, says the lieutenant, watching you circle around the machine, just sitting here without anyone in sight. This is the RAIM Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a RAIM-compatible printer. Turn it on. Ooh,
Really
that's
frustrating.
some Windows startup noise I've never heard.
Oh, okay.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Okay, we'll look into the hatch.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment. Insert the production schedule. Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Well, we'll press play.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old. Good afternoon, Fortress Accident on route to St. Gilles. This is East Inchlinden repeater station 1. Please repeat, is this the production schedule? Let's try the password for the production schedule. Good, please repeat the password. Password? Of course it would have a password, that's why there's a human administrator involved. You should ask her for a hint. Okay, a password. I'm really bad at passwords. Can you please give me a hint? No.
Evil boot.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations. Oh, this is the police. Please open this thing. The voice recites, I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder Fortress Accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament. I'm afraid we're not doing that unless we want to wait for a month.
Oh dear.
Now, can you please repeat the password? The voice in the machine asks again. She sounds cold in the damp air. I don't know the password. Received? I will register this login attempt. Don't worry, passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later. Press print. Nothing happens. Kim wants to speak to us.
Do we take the filament out
Okay.
and take it with
What
us?
do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
It looks like an undercover counterintelligence program. No, that's not it, I think. The lieutenant takes a step back, steepling his hands. Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory crafted together like a puzzle box. It looked like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games, only these people were trying to ultimate it, make it work on radio computers. Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment. How
Is
were they
there a
planning to
filament?
do that?
Okay. I was going to say more two than one at the moment.
Well,
But we'll go
it's
through it.
another one of those we ask them all before proceeding ones.
Okay.
Through call-in stations, he nods at the fireplace. None of the players would have to be physically present, as anyone in the world can participate in the game as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts. His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He's a little hooked. Coordinating so many games would take a whole switchboard of people, possibly divided into sub-frequencies.
Kim's intrigued.
Yeah. So you want to go number 2?
Can do.
Has anyone ever done this before? Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Grad, Messina, Königstein, places with industry. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an Intersolari game before. We just don't have the technology. And this was a role-playing game?
Yeah.
Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. He points to the chalkboard. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the Wirral board game, with heat death thrown in. Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
Nothing happened.
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality. But the lieutenant tilts his head, thinking. It was just a play to cheat money out of their investors' pockets. They were insane if they thought they could do this. So, I mean, it's overly ambitious. 5's out of the question. And I don't believe in the curse.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking. I'm reading 4 at the moment. World is corner only. This will keep the company.
Well, if they couldn't finish with a whole bunch of money, what are we going to do? With
Yeah.
74 real.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think they genuinely believed. The lieutenant looks around the derelict room. The pipes howl and a rat crosses the floor. Okay, let's keep moving.
Are we taking the dial thing with us? From inside the thing?
I mean, we can. I mean, that's now 2 things we don't have a password for.
Oh. Going somewhere else.
This is an actual door.
Yep.
Where does this lead us to?
Outside?
Well...
Oh, okay, maybe not.
Bear?
Evil bear.
It's a fridge. It's an ice bear fridge. You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in his belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red. This ice bear is a hypercarnivore. Be careful. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy? What is this thing? It looks like a giant ice bear. The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines from its mysterious belly door.
Crack it open.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Inside the fridge.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge. Let's take the note from the door. You pocket the note and the little fridge magnet's keeping it on the door. Examine one of the ice cream wrappers in there while we're at it. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate. What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place? Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. The lieutenant reaches for one of the wrappers. He studies it in the light. So they tried to sell ice cream from this hypercarnivore? I know, says the lieutenant. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day. The lieutenant points at the red snaky cable running from the fridge. The fridge buzzes with electricity. Or with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Okay.
Well, goodbye, bear.
That is a pretty cool design, though.
Oh yeah. An ice cream maker, defrosted and unplugged.
So they unplugged the ice cream maker but didn't unplug the fridge.
Yeah. The flashlight casts a strange shadow. There's a hidden doorway here.
Everyone
Through
else.
the hidden doorway.
Yep. dear.
What's this? A hole in the wall. A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Look around the secret room.
Where are we? Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. He points up at the rifles under the ceiling. Must be an old weapons cache. Hey, look, there's a hole in the wall. Yes, there is. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Yeah, let's look inside.
Okay, I do. Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs running around. You find rusty rifles hidden away.
Rifles can.
The lieutenant steps closer. Curious. Are these any good? Inspect the rifles. Most of them are rusty and inoperable like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others. Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns. This one looks nice. Yeah. An old Bell Margave from the Revolution, the lieutenant notes with his approval. His eyes are gleaming. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way. What does this mean? A rifle here? It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future. He likes this find. I like this find. Pipe. Someone has stuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling?
Okay.
2 rusty rifles are hidden above the piping. They look inoperable.
Oh well. Still got other stuff to check out.
I cannot believe that all it required to look through all this was a freaking torchlight. A frozen ice cream maker that's still running.
Hmm.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear maker fridge and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby. 1 second. Shelf.
Oh.
I don't want to be sort of unplugging something until we know what we need to do next. And thinking everywhere. Intercom wires running into the breaker box.
Oh.
Drawer.
Llama!
A drama tank top.
Oh, indeed. I also see
So-
another path.
This is up here still.
Yeah, there's also something else. I don't know, but I don't know if it's a dead end or not.
It's the same path.
What, the one that goes down there? No,
Yeah,
no.
it just led to the exit. That was it. There was nothing else.
I
It was
thought
just
we
2
came
ways
to the
round
right.
to the same bit.
Hmm.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, colouring it pitch black. It looks like this furnace has a face, and it's the face of agony.
Look inside the furnace.
Help me! It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness, you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice, or several voices, talking to each other near the smoke chamber upstairs. The echo is so prominent it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying, or what's producing them. What are you doing? The lieutenant asks when he sees you climb halfway inside the furnace. I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I can hear someone talking upstairs. Wait, really? He looks up at the ceiling. We should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
If we fuck this up, I'm gonna be aged. We'll have to get...
Don't. Okay. Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then, you hear a woman's voice answer. You've awakened the entity. I summon the ghost of this doomed commercial area. Answer me, spirit. No, this is the police. Who's there?
Uh,
It's not a ghost.
yeah. Do whatever.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There is a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
Okay.
Okay.
You hear a low rumble upstairs, the sound of a curtain being pulled aside. The lieutenant nods and points upstairs. After you, officer. Alright.
Well, we opened some.
So yeah, your path, by the way. Ah. Alright, this.
Path.
A cellar window.
Oh.
Some rail.
That's what I was talking. Those stairs is what I was thinking about. And then there's another staircase there that goes out.
So should we unplug the giant red cable?
Sure.
An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now.
We're gonna put the other.
Damn it. Why did you do that? It's black. It's not like it's the red one. The lieutenant raises his brows but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has one cable missing. Right, okay. Back in. Now, what's up these stairs?
Hmm.
I mean, I felt like we've been going through a one-way track on this, so it's like, it's not really annoyed if you just suddenly unlock a door to somewhere that we've already had.
The apartment building.
Wonderful. This is where I started off with my motor carriage before sinking it in the sea. No wonder the cafeteria manager seemed frustrated when he was giving us directions to the yard. Well, he gestures with towards the gaping hole in the fence. You did provide us with very convenient access to the crime scene.
Thanks, Kim.
Yeah, thanks, Kim. Right, so, let's
now
go
got a
report a
shotgun.
body, shall we?
Yeah.
Oh. The afternoon sun shimmers off to the white-on-blue police livery of the motor carriage. Wait, why am I even thinking about this? Wasn't I supposed to do something important, something murder-related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. This is a Cupri Kanema, the Cupri Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful workhorse Cupri 40 and the answer to the Elysium Racing Bred Fever series. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Kanema is able to reach 100 km per hour in 13.5 seconds, and go on a top speed of 180 km per hour. Won't it roll over in the first sharp corner? The high centre of balance is offset by the large battery bank mounted at the bottom of the cabin, feeding all the auxiliary systems and making the Kanema effectively a mobile power plant. This tech talk is really rubbing me the right way here. Due to a quite steep price tag, it's very unusual to see one in police livery. That machine really puts the loco back in locomotion. Point.
Can do.
The lieutenant smiles ever so slightly. You want to take a closer look? What's it packing there? 130. An advancement of the KR-18GU engine of the Cupri 40, to be precise.
Oh, okay.
Must be an advancement of the KR-18GU engine on the older 40 models, right? Yeah, you know it? The lieutenant seems surprised. Just the basics: cast iron blocks, swirl chamber injection, dual trains, driving overhead camshaft, 2 valves per cylinder, hydraulic valve latch adjustment. Yes, that's right. He stares at you in surprise. I'm very impressed that you know those things. Yeah, but I didn't know my name.
Time machine.
Yeah,
Let's fall in love.
yeah. There's gentleness in the lieutenant's eyes as his eyes run over the vehicle's contours. An extraordinary machine. It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing in it, flare it up, slow it down. Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot. It's a bit girly right now, fit it with some proper off-road components. Have you ever thought about switching to helium headlights? Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't got around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first. If we ever get this case solved, maybe we can do it together. You want the help? He glances at you and smiles. Thank you for the offer. That might be fun. Let's do the case first, though. Okay, let's boo-boo.
Let's be on down to the video.
Let's get that radio. Yes, inside we see a load of things. Radio. This is Precinct 57. The officer greets you through the static. How may I assist you? Connect me to the Jamrock Public Library, because we got that library card first as well.
Oh yeah, we do.
Hold on, officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I'm going to introduce you to their librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1. Yes, this is Jamrock Central Public Library here. A male librarian answers the call. How can I help you, officer? He sounds worried, yet ready to assist. This is how people get when the police call.
I'm looking for information on a
Billy Mijon?
Majon.
Billy Mijon, you said? Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database. He puts down the receiver. Yeah. On Merrow Drive in central Jamrock, in the darkened hall lit by orange desk lamps, far away from the noise outside, a middle-aged man taps commands into an old radio computer. A printout falls on the desk. Behind him, a lonely reader scours some dusty bookshelves, looking for a paperback. Yes, hello, are you still there? You can hear him fiddle with the printout. I found Billy Magin's home address. Is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately. They're too poor to have a phone line.
Home address is fine.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint Ghislaine, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side Apartments, it says. That's all. That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it? Do you have any other information on Billy Magin? John? It says here that they returned the last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day. Do you know someone who was? Marie? He covers the phone with his hand and yells out the room behind him. Marie! Do you remember a reader named Billy Magin? They returned a Fieldboat book the other day. You hear someone answer from afar. Yes, it was my colleague Marie, the library is speaking into the phone again. She said it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lose, Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet. Good. So you have a name now.
Something he's a woman, not a man.
Yeah. Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her, and then goes for a drink later on the lookout. Do you know the husband's name? Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight. Well, what did he look like? Marie! A moment passes. She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he had a drink or two the last time she saw him.
What's he wearing?
1 second. The librarian turns away from the phone again and relays the question. Marie! What was he wearing? A what? Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that. I get the feeling that this is supposed to give us an idea that the dead drunk might not be the woman's... Might not be that woman's husband, but we still got to report a dead body, mind. Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer. The librarian hangs up and the call gets redirected back to the station with a soft click. Anything else you need from me?
I need to put a dead body in Martinez Boardwalk.
Yeah. 1 moment. You can hear her shuffling through some papers. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death? Yeah.
That's
Go
all
for it.
one thing. It's an unidentified middle-aged man. Height 170 to 175, dark hair, medium build. Looks like he fell through a hole on the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench.
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him and traces of vomit on his shirt. Any signs of violence?
Seems
No.
like it was an accident.
Yeah. No field autopsy necessary, she repeats. You can hear her typing quickly in the background. What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes? He was wearing boots, trousers, and an old leather jacket with a bright blue lining. I found a library card from one of his pockets. Any information on the library card? It was from Central Jamrock Public Library. Belonged to someone named Billy Majon. Is not my Apologies. That's what happens when you record at 2:20 in the morning.
Mhm.
Good, you have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kizuragi want to take on the case, or should I assign it to someone else? We're taking the case. I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, we heard back from the ICP about the serial number. Yes, the armor was produced by... She looks at her notes. Fairweather in their facilities in Betancourt, Suliclef in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Orin Hesse pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict. She browses pages. So it seems the armor went to Semenine, so that's where the paper trail ends though. Even though the firm has proven difficult to track, Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued. I'm guessing one of its names is Krenel. Yes! She seems glad you guessed it. That's the most recent name the ICP had been able to connect to the CDP, and the one before it was Downwell. I also have one called Sediment, but I think that might be a different contractor. You hear her fingers on a keyboard. No, they were called Sediment and Somatosensor, it seems. All that during the last 9 years. A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted. Indeed. A suit of armor like this would have been customized to fit the wearer. There must have been a record of the person to whom it was issued. Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though. This is a fun challenge for her, an opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for Team RCM. Yes, thank you, officer. I really appreciate your efforts in this case. Glad to help. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have more for you by then. Sweet. So, we've reported the body. We've got some more information about the armor for the main. We've got information about the potential owner of the library card.
We've helped get.
And now I think...
We've actually had some connection with Kim.
Yeah. And now we're going to drop off a dead bird before wrapping up.
Indeed.
Hey, Garte. You prick.
Yeah.
I'm going to sing on your karaoke. I will.
At some point. Buttons.
Just because it's being a bit
Laggy.
Yeah, I know we had an autosave, but we will definitely save. Right. Oh, hold on. A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today starts in a man's handwriting.
Probably him.
I don't know.
Can I help you?
Garte, I found a new bird for the whirling. What is this thing? The man takes the stuffed bird. It's no big deal, just thought it would look nice on the wall. I'm that kind of cop. What? The interior decorating kind? He inspects the bird somewhat suspiciously, then mellows. You know, I'm sorry, this is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fit it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess? He hesitates. So I don't know. Thank you? I'm gonna go with thank you. People just don't know how to accept gifts, especially taxidermy. He likes it. He likes the bird. It solves his broken bird problem. This was mostly about that fucking cardio. Massive cardio here. You'll live till 90, or you'll get a heart attack from running. I feel good about our work here today. The lieutenant nods. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals. What a quote to end this week's Disco Elysium playthrough.
Looks like we got a lot done today.
Yeah. So what did we learn? A lot. But we need to go to Billy Magene's apartment.
Oh. Need to go to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be probably more problems.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna like
Go
move
disco.
this. Yeah, go
Disco flashlight.
hardcore flashlight.
Hardcore.
And
My voice is going.
yeah, like, share, subscribe, and we shall see you next time. Bye.
Unts.